guess we're doing this for now until I get some feedback from other folks. Yeah, see, so all I have left is the premium content to do. So you can order stuff, but can you go? You can. Okay. So we can go out. No quest. Oh, this is it's gonna fill up. Which sequence should I do this in, I wonder? I wonder which sequence. Hello, 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 hello. Caught me looking at the phone for a change. How's it going? Good? Better? Which way should I go here? Legacy. Not the greatest night. Well, found out Mom has a bed sore. That did not make my dad happy. Sermon's more or less finished. Oh, here comes the cat. God. Hi, Frank. Hi, little boy. What are you doing, Frankie? Yeah. Poor little boy. Doesn't anybody want you downstairs, little boy? Doesn't anybody want you downstairs? What's this? Legacy. Let's do Legacy. So... Oh, there's no Anders. F. Anders is dead in this? Oh, hell's bells. Alright, wait a minute.
I have a report you might...
Okay, hang on a minute.
These are... You have a plan, then? A fine point?
Frank. he perches up on my desk for attention like a little dog. It's like, Frank, you ready to go out? What a stupid cat. Oh gosh. Alright, let's try this again. Let's do this. 3927. Post campaign. 3915, 3839. Let's do this. We haven't made any huge decisions, so we can use our main characters. So let's do a flashback scene. Now we have all our characters.
I have a report you might find interesting. It tells of a chasm in the Vinmark Mountains, and a secret that was said to be buried within.
I don't really care
Yet
for,
when the Chantry went to investigate, they were turned away by the Grey Wardens.
I don't care for that.
And why would I find that interesting?
Because the champion was there. I can't help but notice you failed to mention this adventure.
Oh, that? I didn't think you'd be interested. Just some business with Hawk's family and a few Carter dwarves who went too far. You're not going to believe me.
I'll take my chances.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
So this is another story. This came out a couple of
There
weeks
it
after
is.
the game was out, I think.
That's where these dwarves are?
These are Carter dwarves, so they're more criminals and smugglers than anything else. They're not usually stupid, though. I don't know why they'd attack you.
They snuck into the gallows. If there hadn't been Templars to stop them.
But they failed, thankfully, and they haven't been able to kill me yet either.
You have a plan, then? I found their hideout, but my sources couldn't tell me anything else. It's all very strange.
Why is it strange?
Why do you say that? It's just the Carter, isn't it?
As far as my contacts in the Carter know, they shouldn't be here. There shouldn't even be a here. This place is invisible. A big blind spot on the map. Bianca's never been this suspicious, and she's twitchy to start with.
Does it matter? We just need them to stop trying to kill us.
A fine point. So, what's the plan?
Oh, I'm sure this is all a misunderstanding. Later we'll all have tea and we'll laugh.
Oh, your name is Hawk. I thought it was Locke.
At least the Circle let me come. I didn't want you to do this alone. If you need me, I'll be keeping watch.
Let's go.
Okay, so what's going on here? The Carter have a strange interest in the Hawk family. Explore their hideout to find out why and stop the attacks. Return to Kirkwall. So we're over here someplace.
I suppose we should take that as a warning.
Yeah, this is...
They're from the Merchants Guild. The Carter doesn't kill guild members. That's really strange.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let us see what we can see. Yeah. Okay. This way.
It's the Hawk!
What's
The
that?
Hawk.
Dwarves are funny. Look at them scurrying away.
Cracked snowflake
Their stumpy
obsidian.
little legs.
I heard that.
It's cute when you do it.
Pile of bones.
guess we're not alone.
Well, pile of bones here.
You're finally here. You've come. Everyone, it's the child of Malcolm Hawk. He's come to us.
You tell me. How could I refuse such a delightfully worded invitation?
We must have the blood. You don't understand.
Right. So much for conversation.
We will take it. Corypheus will walk in the sun once more.
Oh, Corypheus. Okay. This is important to do for the other ones too, then. Oh my. Oh, Isabella. Oof. Oh boy. Oh boy, Merrick. Oh boy. I wasn't expecting it to be this hard. Whoa. Okay. We survived. There's the Overseer. Eye of Blue. Oh no. Okay. A gate. Okay. Gate, there's something here. Oh my gosh. Who are they attacking? Are they attacking Isabella? Alright then. Passage key. Cartha dagger. And
How many generations of warriors stood guard here? What does that make me nervous?
oh. Oh, Anders is dead too.
You got Varric, you bastard!
Ouch. Well, this is not going well.
Check that off the list.
The Carter doesn't normally act like this. They're businessmen.
I'd like to know who this Corypheus is. There should be answers here somewhere.
That's probably what took him out. This is interesting. This is the thing I didn't do here. Activate the trap. Rubble. Alright, so let's see. Hello, goodness, that was brutal. What was brutal? Oh, yeah, it was. How's it going? Like, this is weird. I don't know this area. I've never done this. I don't think I've done this expansion before. If I can't do this, we might just go to the third one. Because this story's done. No, this is important for the second story. Okay. I see what's going on now, I think.
Why must it always be ancient horrors? Why can't it be fabulous treasure once in a while?
Why can't it be... What is it? Why can't it be follow the butterflies? Oh goodness gracious, if you get that reference, I'll be very impressed. Very impressed. Haven't talked to you about your love for literature yet. Or fandom. Other than sports. Why can't it be follow the butterflies? I think what is going on is I have to investigate fallen enemy. Oh, thank you, good. I haven't talked to you about that. That's my other favorite series. The Matrix, Star Wars, and Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter fits in. Boy, that's a hard one. I think I like it more than Lord of the Rings, but not as much as The Matrix or Star Wars. But as far as a book series, oof. I mean, I read those like crazy when I was in high school. Oh my goodness, and college. Through college. Oh, hi there, Thy Lord Root. Wow, it's been a minute. Oh, you're Thy Lord on, whatchamacallit? Blue Sky. How have you been? Yes, it's been a ton of time. My goodness. And I'm just getting back into this. Oh, I know. Oh, I have this posting on Blue Sky Do.io, and I have like 1,000 dragons on my list now. Oh, that's nice. Good. Not 1,000. I think only 5 of you followed me, so that's fine. How have you been? Writing some music. You're a musician. I do not even have the slightest idea where to go here. Like, this is just... I think I'm too blitzed to do this right now. I'm directionally challenged as it is. I'm even more directionally challenged when I'm medicated. What kind of music? Oh, yeah, we're both curious. We're both curious. Right. What is this map? Explore their hideout to find out why. So we're in the hideout right now. There's a trap, so we need to get down. This is where the snipers were hanging out at the beginning. Whatever comes to my mind, a lot of jazz, a lot of blues. Do I remember seeing you? Yes, I know. Now I've placed you on Facebook and Twitch and Blue Sky. So, yeah, so you got married recently, right? Now that I've placed you? I mean, maybe not too terribly recently, but since we've talked. Is that right? So...
Not going to happen. That's not really my thing.
Stupid.
I love doing that.
Alright, here we go. We got one key. We have to get others. That's what's going on, I think.
Chained in Lyrium. That doesn't
Oh,
sound
you
good.
had a fiance. Wait, I'm sorry. Oops. What? No. Wait. Was I thinking of the engagement? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I was thinking of the engagement. Yeah, but I've been... So wait a minute. Wait, so Elon broke up your engagement? Don't go into detail. I don't need to know details, but that guy's making me a little nervous.
And there it is.
There was nothing on any map of the area. Trust me, I looked.
Oh, they found a new location. Yeah, I'm sorry. 2 years ago, I was pastoring a church, and then I got, well, I'd say that I left on good terms, but I didn't. And then I moved back to Cincinnati and finished school, which I was doing at a distance. Then I could do it more in person. And then here I am. So now we're out of that horrible mazy area. Let's see. Oh, holy hell's bells, motherfuck. Alright. He laid off most of Twitter and they're coming down to Portland looking for work. But how did that break off your engagement? Were you working for... I don't... So your fiance worked for Twitter? Or you moved away from Portland? You didn't have work. I don't even know. I know you were a systems engineer, but I don't know where you worked, or I didn't ask about your life story or anything. All I remember is that you're into music and programming stuff, and also, if you don't mind my saying so, not a bad mind for philosophy and religion either. Yeah, that's tough. I didn't work for that amount of time either, but I kept busy in that time. A serrated blade. You write a ton of code, yes. Okay, so did you work for... Okay, never mind. But I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, and are you doing okay at the moment? Like, are you still streaming? I'm not gonna lie, I leave my phone on a do not disturb most of the time, so I kind of lose track of what's going on in the world. I think I'm gonna have to kill this thing, right? I'm gonna have to kill 2 of them. Ow! Why are they going after Varric? Okay, this is a little harder, huh? When I get back to streaming, I need to figure out what to do about my work phone. I guess I'm on call, but I haven't ever been. My congregation is small, so I don't. Yeah, they don't really bother me. Yeah, so I took 2 years off, and then I came back, and all of Twitch had disappeared. It seemed like. Are they losing clients? Losing, not clients, users. Is YouTube gaining ground in the video game sphere? TikTok may be getting in on the action. I see some people streaming TikTok more. I don't know about Kick. Kick apparently is a thing. Haven't researched much on it. I need to work on my bot. He could be a little bit more vocal on his channel, let people know what's going on. Bianca can handle this all by herself.
Messing with us is suicidal.
You know it. So Anders and Varric are injured. I know a translator that moved to YouTube briefly during a petty bad TOS update. A pretty bad TOS update. Oh, goodness gracious. Yikes. Well, I mean, I kind of like helping people, but I don't know if, I don't know if that would be the best for my mental health if I did that on a regular basis. Oh, one health potion. Now we need to find a key. Oh. Rubble? No?
I'm surprised you agreed to come, Varric. You hate being underground, and you avoid the Carter the same way you do the Merchant Guild.
There's no way I'd
Okay, health potion. Oh, now there's people here. Let's do... Put them at risk. Being banned for talking about their plight. Oh. I mean, some people would call that a rogue. That's my favorite way to play. Let's see. Okay, we got 70 strength. Let's do... So apparently I downloaded the mod for this, the suggested mod. Getting back into... I was into console for a while, but now I'm getting back into PC again just because of mods. I never used any modded games, especially the old ones. So... I, updated this, Dragon Age 2, so this is new, and then, so my stuff is ridiculously high. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get cunning high, all the way up. And I don't know, activated ability, sustained, activated, upgrade. Okay. Let's see. Have been trying to find some time to write code. What sort of stuff are you wanting to work on? Because I tell you what, I have some downtime lately. I'm working on many things, but I've thought about maybe trying to get coding back, or, not back. I did, boy, not much. It would help diversify myself as somebody who can only teach things. On an IO library. Nice. Awesome. Just for fun? Are you like putting it like, or what's your...
When you tell people about...
You're not out of work right now. Where do you work? What do you do? If you don't mind my asking, are you allowed?
Escape from
Am I allowed to
Lothar.
ask that question?
Why do
So we need to find a key to this.
make it sound like I had food all over my face?
You're larger than life, Hawk. I had to give you a few flaws just to make you approachable.
Did you just call me fat?
Yes, that's pretty much how I tell it. Hawk rolled into the fray like a gigantic pudding covered in gravy. It's more dramatic that way.
I'm not sure about the epicness of this tale.
Everyone's a critic.
Okay. Definitely been back there. And...
While we're stuck down here, Meredith could be burning down the circle.
we're missing something with a key. Something with a key. And we're going back to the beginning. But I know we missed something, so let's circle back anyway. Yeah, so, yeah. I won't say I work for here just because they're a well-known industry. Okay, cool. I figured such. Especially since you mentioned Twitter. And, you know, 10 years ago I thought Elon Musk was pretty damn awesome. These days, These days, I don't know. I'm to say that I'm ambivalent would be
I hope you told Bodan where you were going.
incorrect.
If we never come back, maybe someone will send a search party after their champion.
Torn trousers. A viewpoint. Cutscene trigger. Well, he's not very, I mean, he's a sociopath, right? Pretty much. Here's a health potion. An old box has a key thing. Fuck. Alright, here we go. And of course, the people come out to play. There's one for Anders. Let's give him a little bit more energy here. We need to get him. Yes. Points required in Spirit Healer 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so. Yeah, I neglected Anders' Spirit Healing ability. That was to my mistake, my detriment. I didn't believe they throw the word around lightly. Well, when he started doing he was the first one that really got people to think about electric cars. And he was brilliant. And he was a Democrat. Pretty dang liberal one. And then something happened. I don't know if he got too much money or got too famous, or got too in bed with the right people, but boy,
Watch out.
either that or I
Ground
just
looks
missed
treacherous
it
here.
completely.
Thank you.
I just don't want to see your brains dashed on the ground. That's all. Stop looking at me like that. I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay, Anders and Varric, let's take an injury kit. Fine. Injury kit. Injury kit. You didn't drink. There. Okay.
I always thought it would be fun to be a pirate.
More fun than starting a revolution?
I'm not sure I'd call that fun. When I was stuck at Vigil's Keep, I dreamed of stealing a ship and sailing to exotic
That
lands.
should do it.
When I left the Wardens, I tried to plant a...
Double-edged sword. It's a great sword. 38. Wait. This is a long sword. 33.
That's where I went.
Oh my lord. Okay, Isabella. Ouch! Okay, here's the hideout. Not much more, but more than he has now. He had a little bit more of a filter back then. Oh. Yeah, I really don't understand. His behavior is a little less transparent. Oh, yeah, I do remember. Oh, I don't remember him using Twitch. Wow, you've been following him for a while. Okay. I mean, oh, okay. Yeah, I know that. It's like, have you been following him since he was like 22? Anywho. Oh, that's nice.
If I get the Hawk's blood, Radigan says I can go into the tunnel.
Let's do this!
This is also harder than the base game. Pamphlet. Shit. Wait, whoa, wait a minute here. Hang on a sec. Well, okay. So Isabella gets some. Isabella. Criticals. I don't know. I've told you, lady. I got nothing left. I did my part, trying to keep the madmen out. And the anti-Christian won every swing state, which hadn't happened since Reagan. So apparently everybody else knows better for the country than I do, and we're gonna go with them. And for my part, I hope the system can hold on long enough to get him out of there and for people to come to their senses. Or I hope that his drastic gutting of our system is for the benefit of everybody. Either way, the only thing I care about, the only thing that's going to make me lose my mind is if Medicare or Medicaid is actually cut. And everybody on both sides of my friends' groups say that there is absolutely no chance that that's going to happen. So, I'm just going to let... I don't know, man. Yeah, well, the Department of Education I'm ambivalent about because the Department of Education is messed up. It needs some major reform anyway. So, my big thing is if he kicks it back to the states, okay, that's a Republican thing to do. Republicans like to kick things back to the states, which is fine. But if they do kick it back to the states, who's going to hold the states accountable? Where's the measuring stick for the standard going to be? Like, is it just going to be a crapshoot where you live now? Is Kansas going to suddenly lead the nation in intellect? Like, I don't know. But we'll see. Oh, I know you're not. And I'm just, look, I had 4 years of pure mental anguish. You did not. You were comfortable in your ignorance. So, we shall switch places now. I've reached the point where, you know, Biden's crashing the economy. Biden's inflation prices are out of control. Well, let's see where these go. I hope they don't go too high. But, oh my goodness. Well, there's the reason why I never voted for him either, but add to the fact that he won the electoral vote by a landslide, not the popular vote, not the general election, but the electoral vote. He got every swing state. Every swing state. That is huge. When that happened, I was just like, okay. A plurality of voters want this man to run the country. In spite of his 34, albeit, I think, blown up crimes, he is still a convicted felon, and people were okay with that. So, I did whatever I could. It didn't help, and people on the other side think that I am going right. They are not. I am just guarding my mind and my mental health. Now, the bad part about this is, if something really bad happens, it's gonna be really bad for me. Because I will have been, you know, willfully ignoring what everybody else thinks is obvious. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to play games, be happy, and have fun. This is definitely a case where you could probably stealth these people, at least initially. There's a thug. What sounds like a plan? What's a good idea? I don't even remember what I said. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Something about my mental health. I'm trying to guard my mental health. I've been through it. Like, the only thing that caught me off guard in 2016 to 2020, I was worried about everything happening. None of it happened that I was worried about, except for COVID and January 6th. But those were not on my bingo card. So, this time, I've chose not to worry about anything until it actually happens, until I run into something that I can't ignore anymore. And right now, so far, I can give him an excuse. Like, I can give a justification for why he's doing things.
The Master will rise. He will be free.
Garav?
Who is this?
No one told me you would be part of this. We were just going after the Hawk.
Oh. Oh. Yes. But my friends are like, oh, Jonathan's gone right wing all of a sudden. No, I'm just not jumping to gloom and doom right away like I did last time. And like everybody in the media is doing. I found that I had to watch Fox News just to maintain the illusion of positivity. Because my side of the aisle is too busy blaming other people for telling everything that went wrong and that why nothing was their fault, why they shouldn't have lost, and why they don't have a message. And at least if I listen to Fox News, I can learn about the side of the majority of my Christian friends. And even if I don't agree with them, I can say, okay, well, I don't agree, but now I actually understand that there is a reason for what they think. And so I'm hoping that my vain hope is that the world is drifting towards center again. That's my shot in the dark hope, that we're adjusting. That actually surprised me. You always struck me as very middle of the road moderate. That's how I struck myself prior to 2016. Not after 2016. Jesus. Oh my goodness gracious. After 2016, the moderates became the leftists. At least in the Christian circles. And that is exactly what I didn't want. Oh, so thy lord, you figured me out? You figured out that I have a secret agenda? You did, didn't you? Thy lord Root figured out my secret agenda. This is not a vanity project. This is an effort for me to do what I love to do, the things I like to do in life, the things I want to have fun doing. That when I have fun and play games by myself, why not do it so people can see? And then they can see that not all Christians are assholes and not all Christian pastors are disgraces to the religion. Hope nobody ever clips that. Labor Party. Okay. I am right now torn. The Republicans stabbed me in the back after I graduated from seminary, where the moral high ground was no longer the deciding the predominant measure of voting for a candidate. I was taught in school all the way through K through 12 Christian school, Christian college, Christian seminary, always taught that the thing that Christians should look for in leaders were values and moral character. Well, that went out the window in 2016. Fuck, did that go out the window in 2016? Drumming up old wounds, folks. Drumming up old wounds. Hit him in the face. Hit who in the face? Hit who in the face? Way, see money. We want to play. We want to play. We want to play. We want to play. We want to play Dungeons and Dragons Arena. You want to? You want to have a D&D threesome? I'll be right back. Hold on. What did I say? MTG Arena, Magic the Gathering. What did I say? Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry, forgive the cardinal sin. They're two very different things. Very different things. Well, do you collect digital cards on this? You know each other?
An acquaintance of yours, Varric?
Hawk, this is Garav. He's a greedy, brilliant bastard son of a nug from the Carta. Garav, this is Hawk, the one whose blood you want to drink or bathe in or whatever. But if you're after eternal youth, I've got to tell you, he's no virgin.
The Master is calling. He needs the blood.
Garav, buddy, this isn't like you. Look, I've still got Bianca. Never misfired a day in her life. You don't want her to see her papa like this, do you?
What should I do? I missed that one. The idea of potentially have thousands of cards. Oh boy, 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 boy. That sounds awful. But what about, like, you know, I don't know. So, Xylord Root, help me out here. I was talking to somebody who may or may not be in this room, and they were not complaining, lamenting that they don't have any online friends. You think there might be a group for them? Oh, there is one requirement to join this group. We'll have to take care of that requirement. We'll have to take care of that requirement. In fact, there are 4 here. There may be more than one of those types of people here. What is this? 4.5%. Sorry. Okay, you are... Alright. I don't know what's going on. Apparently I'm being loud. Am I being loud? I don't know what to do, 1 or 2. I don't know if you did.
I'm sorry, Varric, but whoever he used to be, it's gone now. Look away.
You brainwashed piece of shit. How can someone so smart be so dumb? Reinforcements, you bastard.
Oh. Well, that didn't work. Oh. It's the critical rating. Raw.
Messing with us? You poor, stupid bastard. I used to do business with the Carta. Back in the day. Garav was a nutcase then too, but
it's
in a good way.
Trust the heart
He
of
was
the cards.
trying to design a new type of repeating crossbow.
Not terribly good at following subtext.
Bianca was the only one that ever worked.
I don't know subtext.
I can't believe
the
he ended up
subtext
like
is,
that.
Oh, the subtext is Ultima Dragons. That's the subtext. Online friends. Online friend group. Good online friend group. Thousands of them. Get what you put into it. I could put it. It's like a frickin' cannon. Oh, this leg. Oh my goodness gracious. to Overseer. They're very good online friends. They are. If you're into playing any Ultima, no matter how... I know she has not. I need to take care of that. That's what I'm saying. I need to take care of that requirement. We have to, if we're introducing her to an online friend group, we have to introduce her to the Ultima game that I got
told
me
me you were
started,
going
right?
to be trouble. Too bad your sister's so
I
well
got in late,
protected.
but
Her
still.
blood's as good as yours.
It got me hooked.
I swore to Corypheus we'd bring him Malcolm Hawk's blood, one way or the other.
Malcolm Hawk's blood.
What does this have to do with my father?
The Master wants you. I don't ask why.
You're working for
So it's
someone.
Corypheus who's after me.
What Corypheus
I started
wants,
with Ultima
Corypheus
6.
gets. From us,
So that's
or
where I
from
would start with her,
someone.
probably. If I introduced her to a game, it would be the first one that I was introduced to, of course. Doesn't that make sense? That's a good, I think that's a good starting point. I think that's a good starting point. Really? I'm so happy to hear that. You know, I've never finished it. I mean, I've done it cheaply. I cheated, but I've never played it through. So I need to do that. And I need to do that with 7, and I need to do that with 8, and I need to do that with 9. 1 through 5... 1 through 5, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can go back that far, because that was before my time. Very first VGA and sound. Yep, me too, except when I did it, we didn't have Sound Blaster. We had nothing. We did it in silence. It was still fun. This can still end peacefully.
I just came to tell you, or whoever this Corypheus is, your attacks need to stop.
Corypheus, we have done as you command. Your sacrifice is here. You will see the surface once more.
Well. Ow! I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, let's do it. All hands on deck. Wonka. As in Willy. Ow, no! So what would have happened is we should have gotten them in a trap. Ouch. got... Where's the... Uh-oh. Yeah, this is bad. Oh my goodness, alright.
You wearing it?
Got a little something for you.
You wearing it? You going without it?
There's one. And... Well, we beat him, but barely.
What?
Ooh, what's going on here? Now, I've never played this second expansion, folks. I've been
What is this? I can feel it inside me. That weapon draws on your blood, Hawk. There are dangerous magics here.
This is going to take me to Corypheus.
Okay, injured. Great. Alright, I need to be right back again. I'll be right back. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. This is not good. I'm having some problems here. Be right back. Okay, we're back. What's going on here? Stunning how frequently I find myself playing the music when I'm just noodling around. Oh, the first time I played Ultima 6 with a soundtrack was the Super Nintendo version. Did you ever play that one? We ended up just saying grapple with strength against fortitude save. Oh. It is the most faithful to the DOS version for sure. What other one are you thinking of? The FM Towns version? The only ones that I knew of were the PC and the Super Nintendo version. I played the PC version when I was 8. I was too young. And then I played the Super Nintendo version when I was 12 and I was still too young. Then I played the PC version again when I was 15 and I was getting close to being... Oh, they have Ultima 7 for SNES? Oh, yeah, and there's also Ultima Exodus on... Is that Ultima 5 Exodus? I thought maybe that was Ultima 2 on NES? Regular NES. Oh, that's 3. Okay. So... Alright. See, I need to get back into the Ultimas. This is new. I really like these elevated platforms so they can fuck you with traps. Let's see. See, this is what I should have done as they were coming in instead of fighting them all on my own. Passage down. Going down. Oh! Check. Can't hear me? Really? Over the... Check. I missed what was going on there. Yeah, we got it. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's all the way up, but it's not tapping out on the top, but it was all the way down, so that'll do it. What just happened here?
There's a whole tower down here. I've never seen anything like it.
I like those viewpoints. Basically a mandatory cutscene trigger.
I prefer towers filled with coin to towers filled with darkspawn, for future reference.
That's not an unreasonable request. let's see.
More deep roads. Why did we agree to do this again?
This isn't so bad, Blondie. You could be losing more coin to the elf in a game of Wicked Grace.
At this rate, I'll still be paid.
Oh.
Him back when I'm dead.
That's the storage. And where's the enchantment place? Cause could use some rune action. Oh. Hi. Binder. What did that do?
Be bound here for eternity. Hunger stilled, rage smothered, desire dampened, pride crushed. In the name of the Maker, so let it be.
Okay.
Nothing about the Warden's use of demons in this horrid place. But I will have no one say any magic of mine ever released one into the world.
That voice seems oddly familiar.
That voice seems oddly familiar. Who could it be? Never heard of such a person. I kind of want to play Serpent Isle now. That reminds me, I still need to play 2 and 3 as well as Savage Empire. Have you never done 2? Okay. So I need to get back into Ultimas. What do I do? Start with 6 again? Work through 6? And I'm sure, did you ever do what was it? The Dungeon Siege, the Dungeon Siege engine-based remake. Did you ever check that out? What do you think I should start with? What, 7, 8, 9? Is that what you're saying? That's Lazarus. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I tried it. It seemed pretty good, but it was... it's a pain in the ass to play now because you can't get the game anywhere and you have to download it, torrent it or whatever, because there aren't any CD drives around anymore. Like, you know what? I want to see if there's a... Maybe they bundle it now or something. Ultima 6 Remake. Forge of Empires. Wait, what's that? Oh no, that's not it. But lots of RPG sponsored sites. Realmofultima.com, September 10th, 2024. Ultima 6. There's an Ultima 6 remake? What? Wait, what? What's going on here? What is this? Oh, it's an Exalt version. 2024. 1.2 as of September 2024, September 10th, 2024. Check it out. Hang on. How did I miss this memo, dude? I did not know either. Wow. What is this? We're live, pal. Who's Zygon Dragon? April 2023. I've never heard of Zygon Dragon. That makes sense. That sounds fun. I want to see some screenshots. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, hang on. We're deviating from the norm here. Hang on. We're deviating. They're making it with... Oh my gosh. I just put 2 and 2 together when I saw the screenshot. An Exalt engine. Yeah. Who is Zygon Dragon? You know what I'm gonna do? Hang on. All right. Or she. As the case may be. Lord British has to make sure the person he's sent has it. Yes. Yes. Oh man. Okay. So I made a post. We are going to figure out what's going on here. Ultima 6 in the Exalt engine? Oh my. Yeah, so what I was looking at was, hang on a minute. We don't want to look at black screens, do we? Oh, for crying out loud. All right, let's, well, okay. I'm gonna, it is 1 o'clock, so let's see what we got here. If thinking of friendship must be really grueling in Britannia, your friend stays for a few days and you don't see them. Exactly. Hey, YOLO does, he does well. And Dupree and Chamino. I'll never call him Chamino. Nope. What a stupid name, Chamino. It's Chamino. Come on now. Yeah. Let's see what else. What else? Okay, so it is 1 o'clock, so I think I am gonna go. Yeah, Chamino. That's the way. Chamino. That just sounds like a 21-year-old programmer that doesn't know how to read good. I'm just kidding. Shit, sorry. He's not watching, but boy, I would I would be very, very, very starstruck. Like, so we were hanging out in Shroud of the Avatar the other day, the last time I was on. Whoops. The last time I was on Lord British, he got on and he gave me an item. He himself personally gave me an item. And so I was starstruck from a distance. Wait, there's an Ultima 8 in the Exalt engine too? What? That's as of 10 hours ago? What am I missing? Shroud is still online, yeah. You want to come back? Let's see, that one you know about. Okay, I've just now, okay, so that guy wants to do an Ultima 8 Exalt engine update. That would be weird though, wouldn't it? That would mess with the mechanics, because you couldn't do jump puzzles, right? Yeah, that's right. I wonder how that would work. Parkour is way better than jump puzzles. I endorse it too, but yeah, I know it is the worst, but you would have to really redesign everything. Or not everything, but a big chunk of the game would have to be you'd have to figure it out, right? That's that'd be one hell of a hurdle. Parkour. Uh, you. Oh my goodness. Parkour. 1994 version. The predecessor. Was it 94 or 93? 3. Was it 3? What's the Ultima 8 music? I remember the boom, 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 boom. That's the Ultima 7 music. I forget what the 8 music is. I feel like listening to conversation in another language that I don't speak. Oh, we will familiarize yourself. You know. Do you? Okay, well, we can have that talk another time, but it might be something to get. Yeah, I could use some motivation to get back into these games. All right, let's see. Let's look at the. I wonder if he has. Wonder if there's a YouTube video I can show. Uh, let's see, what have we? Ultima 6 retrospective. Okay, I've never seen this. Well, we're not gonna look at this. Oh. So there's a Dune game coming out that, is this just, gameplay? Yeah, that's just gameplay. What's this retrospective? Far better than Ultima 9? What, 6? What's the experience? Oh, 8? I don't know if LD is a huge gamer. 113. But I'm never gonna get her birthday. I think that's what the 4 numbers are. 11,383. So you're almost 2 months older than me. Okay. No, you're almost, yeah, almost 2 months older. No, just a little over 1 month older. Sorry, I can't do math at this hour. 11383. Then you're exactly 1 month older than me, almost. I was December 12th. Figured it was an assembly instruction. Well, at first I read it as 1337, but then I was like, no, that's not what it says. Wait, 11383. Oh, you're nearly a year older. Never mind. Hey, I can't do math sober, much less I won't say intoxicated because I'm not intoxicated. Because I haven't had that much. But I am feeling pretty good right now. Yes, I said almost a year. Since when did almost a year, was that not 11 months? I hate math. Math is the worst. The worst. Okay. Yeah, there's a big delay on this. Thanks for spacing it out for me, though. I appreciate it. I thought she was older than I was. Should have gone with my. Do we want to do the retrospective? We're not gonna do. No. You know what? We're gonna do. I think I'm gonna have my next streaming sessions. I'm gonna do an introduction to Ultima. Maybe we'll get the word out. Now, can you express information about your birthday as a definite integral? Well, first of all, I don't even know what that means. For me, definite means something entirely different than what it does for you in your field. Let's see. It's an operator in calculus. Yeah, guess who hasn't even had... I didn't even have pre-cal, dude. It was weird. When I was growing up, it was always pre-calc. And then the years after me, it was pre-cal. And it always sounded so weird to my ear to hear that pre-cal. I'm in pre-cal physics. No, you're in pre-calculus, pre-calc. We don't want to do anyone. Do we want to start the retrospective? Let's see what else. Gameplay review. A review retrospective. This is only a half hour. Let's do this one.
File your taxes 100% free in the app if you didn't use us last year. Just file with TurboTax Do-It-Yourself by...
Do that ad. Alright, so let me put this here. Pre-calc. Yeah. The year after the younger generation, we called it pre-cal, but I always called it pre-calc. I thought calling it pre-cal was stupid. Pardon me while I get my thing situated. Don't want to make you sick. Oops. Okay, this is better. What's... Oh. I think she means that that's impressive because you said casually and quantum mechanics in the same sentence. I think that's what's impressive. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's move the chat box over here so it doesn't overlap with my chat or the video. Let's do window capture. Wait, what? Hang on. trying to figure out something. Okay, this is 2024, but no, we're not going to do 2 hours and 15. Holy shit, we don't want to do. Let's do the review retrospective. Full screen is unavailable. Why? Why? Websites other than YouTube? Anyway. Ultima 6 retrospective review. We have one edge window open right here, right? Uh, 215. So this is the one we want.
Are you really the last person to find?
And then go over here. I don't know why the window sharing isn't showing. Window capture. There we go.
Find out about the skip ads forever button. This is Pi, and if it sounds familiar to you, it's probably because you've seen their ads everywhere.
Right.
After the events of Ultima 5, you have been living a peaceful life back on Earth. Over a year has passed since your last adventure in Britannia.
Wait, you can't see it. Can you see it? Right. It's blocking the video. Does it block? Okay, I'm just going to use screen capture then, I guess. Instead of window capture. Maybe it blocks, maybe Streamlabs blocks YouTube videos from broadcasting. That could be it, because I did get pinched by that the other day, which I thought was incredibly stupid. Because I thought, if you can just go to their YouTube video and watch it, what does it matter if you're bringing people their video, if they're not going to go there anyway? Anyway, we'll just do screen capture. Hang on a second. Don't take down my personal information.
Despite having many distractions from the mundane existence, you've dreamt of one day returning and meeting all of the friends who remain in Britannia. A sudden storm appears, and in the circle of stones from whence the portal to Britannia rises, a lightning bolt strikes the ground, rushing into the...
So the premise of this game is, and Root can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think our favorite person, well, not our favorite person, but one of our favorite people in the gaming industry made a game that was like, okay, I'm going to put the Dungeons and Dragons rule set to a game, and I'm going to base the game as if it were the player that we're coming to play in this world. So this was the first... Was this the first? If you've ever heard the word avatar as referred to by a video game character, that's probably where it came from, the Ultima games. Some people still call their character the avatar. My avatar. That's it. So somebody said, I want to put Dungeons and Dragons into a video game. And there you have it. 1980. We just hear the British guy. Yeah, but now you do. Now you see it.
You reach the stones and notice something laying in the center of the circle.
So Ultima 6 opens up, and you are the character, and you're sitting here playing on your computer, and all of a sudden a storm comes. So this is the beginning. I don't know. Would it be?
It is a stone.
Would it be accurate to say that Ultimas were I can't think of any other older one, the grandfather of RPGs on the computer, on the PC? Oh no, I'm sure about that. Yeah. I took comparative religions classes. There's that element too, but yeah, I was playing a game the other day, like not the other day, but okay, so it was 2004, so it was still further removed, but Star Wars Galaxies, there was somebody, my avatar, I'm having trouble with my avatar. I was like, oh, there's an Ultima player. No, not for no, the avatar was an incarnation of a deity in Hinduism, I think. But as far as computer games, I think this is the first. I think they're the first RPG. Pretty much. The first RPG in video form. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, good.
Such as you last saw in the hands of Lord British, that acted as the means of your escape from the underworld and as the tool of Lord Blackthorn's exile. As you pick up the stone, a portal rises in the circle of stones. This time
Okay, so this doesn't sound like a British guy. This sounds like an American guy pretending to be a British guy. We'll see.
Something is very different. Instead of the shimmering blue of the moon gates, this portal glows red.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah. He got it from Hindu religions. But yeah, I mean that term to describe a character is certainly dying now, but for a while that was the standard.
The portal begins to rumble and close, and you dismiss your apprehensions. Hoping to finally see your friends again,
This is 1990.
Ultima 6, The False Prophet, released 2 years after Ultima 5, immediately aims to hook you with this cliffhanger. Why is the portal red? Did you end up in Britannia? The only way to find out? Start the game. There are once more 2 ways to begin.
Now wait a second, is he going to kick it into American?
Player, you can create a character as you've done before. This works basically the same as in the previous 2 games. First, you choose a name and the sex of your character, the latter of which only seems to affect which character portraits you can choose from. Then you enter a scene with the fortune teller, once more as a flashback before the events of Ultima 4, and answer questions about your morality that decides
Jeff D. and Dennis Lobley. I've heard the second name.
Character class. The scene has been slightly changed to make it visually striking. As
the second name, didn't he give Cran something that he made? Did he do some of the Dinotopia business? I'll be right back. Bunch of the character portraits. Okay. I'll be right back.
This time the game has capacity for more animations and supports a 256 color VGA palette. As such, the fortune teller is now animated and mixes a totally safe drink mixed from liquids that correspond to the virtues, each in the specific color of the virtue. After answering the questions...
So, this is something that I didn't get when I was playing this. This was just, you know, you answer questions, but it doesn't tell you how it affects your stats. So, I'm guessing the more aggressive actions correspond to the attack. The more peaceful actions correspond to, I don't know, willpower? Who knows, but...
You drink the liquid and pass out, entering Britannia to begin Ultima 4. Of course, this part is skipped with a few lines of text, basically saying, play the previous 2 games if you want to know what happened between this character creation and this game.
Oh,
the second way...
I didn't even know that. Okay, yeah, I did know that it put the 2 in there, but...
way to create a character is to import your character from Ultima 5. This time, the transfer does not need any external tools to work, even with the GOG versions, but I did notice one interesting thing. If I transferred the entire save folder from Ultima 5 into the DOSBox instance I played Ultima 6 in, the transfer was somehow broken and only let me transfer Maria. But when I used only the saved.gam file, then it worked properly.
Okay, so I hope he's not continuing to put on a facade on trying to maintain this accent. Maybe this accent is his real accent.
After having created your character, the introduction sequence begins. Unless you already have a character, in which case you'll just end up back in the main menu.
I don't know if I want to do
This is one of the more tedious parts of the new game engine. If you already have a character, to start a new game, it's not enough to just create a character and start the game. Instead, from the menu before you enter the game, you have to go into the settings, set up the graphics and audio of the game, then erase the character information.
Jesus.
If you do not do this, the game still allows you to go through the character creation process, only to tell you after the fact that you already have a character and need to remove old data. This could have been significantly improved by having the "Does character already exist?" check before going through the character creation instead of after. After the character creation, you emerge from the Red Moon Gate and find yourself in a moonlit clearing, facing an altar with strange symbols on it.
No, he sounds like an autistic theater actor. That he wrote this out by hand and he's just reading from a piece of paper or a screen.
Feeling uneasy, you attempt to leave, but find yourself surrounded by a horde of demonic beings. These giant winged creatures take a hold of you and tie you to the altar.
It's definitely a real person. It's not AI and it's not text-to-speech. It's somebody. What's the biggest wart?
Arrives,
this here?
Seemingly a priest of sorts, with a ceremonial knife.
Dude, when I was 7 years old and I saw this hooked me. I had nightmares for weeks.
In one hand and a book in another. Whatever these creatures are, it is clear they intended to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Believing this to be inevitable, you close your eyes. A scream.
Cat calls, the dagger, a scream, death. Should have just used ellipses all the way through there, but...
Scream of death
all right.
Accompanies a splatter of blood. Neither of them yours. Another Moongate has risen, and from there your old friends have emerged. The priest beast has been shot, and in the chaos your...
Pretty good graphics for 1990, I must say.
Friends hold the monsters at bay and rescue...
That is almost 50 years. 45 years ago. Holy shit.
You from your predicament. As the 4 of you retreat through the moon gates, you also take with you the book the priest was holding. Perhaps it will have answers to explain this predicament you found yourself in.
The graphics age well for us old folks, but not for the young bucks in this generation.
You managed to escape the...
I was talking to a friend of mine, my roommate from college. He had a My favorite game. Okay, so I'm a little bit younger than you, I think. Maybe a little bit younger. But the first game I really got hooked into was the Knights of the Old Republic games. Like really, really, really hardcore obsessed with. And my roommate in seminary, a graduate school for pastors and religious people want to do religious studies. He said, I don't know, 4 years younger than me, maybe? And he says, I just can't get past the old graphics. I'm just like, no, they're not bad.
The horde of creatures just before the moon gate closes again, and find yourself in the throne room of Lord British. Unfortunately, 3 of these creatures were fast and brave enough to follow you. This thrusts you quickly into what you could call a tutorial fight, during which you will likely be extremely confused, especially if you've never played any of the previous games or spent time reading the manual and getting familiar with all the commands beforehand. There is one negative thing about this introduction segment though. The 256 color VGA graphics support animated introduction segments, and they are nice, but that also means that making them represent player choices would have been a lot more work. And as such, regardless of your character, the animations always represent the avatar as a brown-haired male. Compared to the previous games, some things are familiar. The party window is at the top right, and the moon phases and the approximate time of day display is at the top. The text parser window is at the bottom right.
You like the narrative, but are you hearing a fake accent? Are you hearing a fake accent and just somebody that's very dedicated to his project, just trying to act the part? Because that's what I'm hearing. I mean, you're kind of not. Do you hear the dedication? I hear it.
The date has been moved to be with the wind display at the bottom of the game window. Below this is a new feature. The command bar is used to control the game with a mouse and can be used as a replacement to the more traditional keyboard controls, which are also still available.
Okay, so now the longer he goes, he must be British, right? That must be his real accent.
As you fight the 3 creatures, now known to be gargoyles, thanks to the text parser, there are some changes that are evident. First off, the combat scene is playing out in the throne room of Lord British in the game world, instead of being in a separate combat screen. Second, you can now move diagonally, which gives even more freedom to the player movement. And third, by default, you only control the avatar, and the rest of the party acts independently. This can be changed though, by examining your characters more closely. By clicking a character in the party window or using one of the function keys, you can enter a more detailed view of the stats of the character. From this screen, you can also view the equipment and the inventory of each character. As once more, each character has their own inventory and their own maximum amount they can equip and carry, both of which are clearly marked in the inventory screen. In the inventory segment, you can also find the combat behavior setting for each character. For the avatar, this setting is locked in the command mode. But for every other character, you can choose whether you want to control them manually, or if you want them to act on their own, for which there are several different behavior settings you can choose from.
That takes a whole new level of dedication.
Using these settings, the player can choose for themselves how active of a role they want in the combat segments of the game. After the battle, you can
Deck Talk is actually based on the guy who designed it. Listening. Oh, really? I haven't even heard of that
Turn
before.
off the combat mode, which will allow you to move the entire party at once, regardless of the combat behavior settings. Looting corpses has been revamped quite a bit. In the previous games, you had to wait for a chest to
I do have all of these on Good Old Games, by the way, so we can do this, absolutely.
Drop, which you can then loot. But now you can use the look command to examine all the corpses for potential loot and equipment. Perhaps the best way to do so is to choose whichever character you want to take things into their inventory and set them into solo mode by pressing the appropriate number button. This sets the rest of the party into a passive mode and allows you to move only the chosen character, preventing the rest of the party from getting in your way or accidentally stumbling into traps or such. As you examine the lootable corpses,
this is not the Stephen Hawking's voice, though. Yeah,
all of the items on the ground, which you need to pick up one at a time.
But yeah, I heard the Stephen Hawking's voice, like that would be the text to speech. Yep. I was like, hey, that's the text to speech voice. Of course, it was the other way around, right?
For any reason you don't want to take all of...
How does he have 142 hit points at the beginning and everybody else has 90, 80, and 90? 142?
The items and something you want is at the bottom of the pile of lootable objects, you can use the move function to move the...
Or he just stacked his health.
...object at the top away from the pile without having to pick them up and then later drop them from your inventory. It is also possible to pick up the corpses, which can be useful if a party member dies.
So I wonder if does it adjust the difficulty if you import, or do you just ram through it?
And you need them resurrected. Or if, for example, someone annoys you enough and you want to shove their dead corpse into somebody's chest as a nice little surprise. The move function can also be used to transfer items between characters, which is a useful feature that helps with managing the carry weights of each character. After indulging in the basic gamer desires of taking everything that's not bolted to the floor, you can talk to Lord British, who's happy to see you again and wishes to tell you everything that has happened since you left Britannia after Ultima 5. But only after introducing you to another new feature, the copy protection system, in which Lord British asks you three...
Hang on. This'll be better. So you can see everything.
To which you can find the answer from the compendium that came with the game. If you do not do so, he will just be in a talking loop and will not give you the items needed to enter the world of Britannia properly.
Very creative way
After
to do
answering the questionnaire correctly, he finally explains to you the current situation. Since your departure, the underworld from whence you rescued Lord...
Oh my gosh, and I've watched the FM Towns videos, and I was like, oh, that is actually Richard Garriott doing the voiceovers, and boy, is it bad.
Lord British has collapsed. This might sound like a good thing, since it was full of dangerous monsters anyway, but that is not the case. Ever since the collapse, gargoyles have been swarming from the dungeons, assaulting the overworld and capturing the shrines of the virtues. The forces of Britannia are barely able to keep these assaults at bay, and your help is needed to resolve this situation, as Lord British's people have been unable to take back the shrines, and you are directed to talk to the captain of the guard, Geoffrey, who led the latest attempt to free the shrines.
So in this game, if there are things in red, those are things that you can type to get dialogue options.
He directs you to the town of Cove to talk to the soldiers who survived the assault. You can also ask Lord British about the black stone
certainly
you have,
Richard
as
Garriott,
it is identical to the...
in a horrible British accent. So you think he's what? That was like what, 92 maybe? So he must have been like 23 or 24 ish, maybe, if that. Wait, what happened to the sound here? Oh, oops.
Fortunately, Lord British cannot tell you which positions open gates to which locations, and you must experiment yourself to learn the mysteries of the orb. As he is not trapped within a mirror this time, Lord British also informs you that he returns to his role as a healer for this game, making his castle a good base of operations once more. Other ways to heal also return, including spells, healers in several towns, and camping. Camping works somewhat similarly as previously, and you choose the amount of time to rest and someone to stand on guard in case enemies wander close to ambush the party. To gain benefits from resting, the party members need food in their inventory. This feature retains the use of food in the game while not being a constantly depleting resource that results in almost immediate death. Camping and healers do become somewhat pointless though.
Wait, what? What?
Somewhat similarly as previously, and you choose the amount of time to rest and someone to stand on guard in case enemies wander close to ambush the party. To gain benefits from resting, the party members need food in their inventory. This feature retains the use of food in the game while not being a constantly depleting resource that results in almost immediate death.
Right.
Camping.
In other words, you can starve.
And healers do become somewhat pointless, though, as when you learn to use the Orb of the Moons properly, you...
Oh, no. This dude is not Lord British. No, I'm saying that this is an actual British person, because his accent is way too consistent. Either that, or if he's not, oh. I'm having flashbacks.
You can just teleport to Lord British for free and full healing whenever you so wish. Next to Lord British is also the Royal Mage Nistel, who informs you that with his magic, he was able to detect the danger you were in, allowing your companions to arrive and rescue you. He also wants to examine the book you took from the gargoyles, and suggests you should go to the Lyceum to find the Mage Maria, who might help you with deciphering the mysterious language in which the book has been written. Here, another new feature of the game is shown, where the companions you have with you can sometimes participate in the conversations. With this new feature, your companions will get even more of a personality than they began to get in Ultima 5, and they are now more than just characters to use in combat. During these conversations, the game also introduces a clue highlight feature, where certain keywords are written in a different color from the rest, denoting that these words are very important. Be wary though, as they are not the only useful words to talk to people about. After discussing the situation with Lord British and Nistel, you're free to explore the castle to steal, borrow everything you want before embarking on the quests you received. After all, Lord British told you can take anything you want, so why wouldn't you? Exploring the castle is a good way to familiarize yourself with a new game engine and some of its new features. For example, some of the old commands have now been combined. For example, the Open command, which is now gone, and is merged with the Use command. Look and Search are both under the same Look command, and so on. This does make the game far easier to learn, as not every action has its own separate command, and the combined commands still make intuitive sense. You can also find books and scrolls that you can now read. The text of these is shown in the text parser window, and also marks the point in the series that makes reading a valuable part of the gameplay experience. For example, in Nistel's room you can ransack his chest, from where you can find a note that directs you to the Serpent's Hold. Of course, not all books are useful or important in any significant way, but act as a way to make the world of Britannia seem just a little bit more alive. From your own room you can find more
I have never played 9. You don't starve in 6. You do starve in 6 if you rest with no food. You do starve. That is absolutely true. If you rest with no food, and every now and then you'll take a hit if you don't have food.
Equipment.
Because that drove me crazy, because when I was a little kid, I didn't know you needed to feed him. I was like, how do I keep from dying? Yeah, it's there.
Food and your spell.
It takes a while because you start with a lot of food, but if you deplete it, then you starve.
You can also find 2 bags full of magical reagents. These are once more used for spellcasting, but this time you just need to have enough reagents to cast a spell instead of having to mix the spells beforehand.
Oh Jesus, that sounds
unlike
brutal.
the previous 2 games, all spells are not available from the beginning, but you need to learn spells from other people. Most often, this means you need to purchase the knowledge of a spell from someone else, but some spells are only found through a quest, such as the Armageddon spell, which gives you the option to completely exterminate all life in Britannia. Spells are...
Yeah, the Armageddon spell. Yeah, don't use it.
Also linked to a specific spell book, which means each book you find is a valuable asset.
It could be because if you don't, because they front load you with food at the beginning, right? And if you don't rest, if you never rest, then you don't deplete as fast. But if you take damage for no reason, that's you starving. Yep.
The bags are also a new feature which allows you to better manage the inventories of your characters.
Thank God for
in
bags.
Ultima 3, the
And even now we're like, man, you have to have bags? That's annoying.
separate character inventories were a pain to manage, and with the new graphical interface, this could still be extremely annoying. But being able to find containers you can use to organize your inventory makes the inventory management much
Wait, you're not supposed to play the Ultima 7 music in Ultima 6?
less annoying. As you exit the castle of Lord British, you're free to explore the rest of the
You hear it?
world. This too has seen a rather massive change, as now the world is basically completely open. No more are the castles or towns their own separate maps, but they are part of the world map, and you can move from one place to another seamlessly. The towns of Britain
this
are
was
once
nice.
more full of different kinds of stores in which you can buy and sell many necessities for your travels. This time,
Necessities. Maybe it is AI.
the variety of stores has been significantly increased, which, from a world-building perspective, is a great
It actually might be AI.
feature. The interface for buying and selling has remained virtually the same, and all transactions are handled through the dialogue
It still is huge.
interface. This
And it sucked because I am very, very directionally challenged. So this game was hard. And that's also why I didn't keep playing it.
does have one rather major downside, though. Just like in Ultima 3, where each character had their own money and inventory, that applies in Ultima 6 as well, which does add somewhat to the tedium of managing loot. But the big negative is that when selling items, the interface looks at all the applicable gear the character has, which includes everything they have equipped, creating a situation where you can accidentally sell something your character was wearing. Thankfully, though, the
that
saving
sucks.
feature has been improved as well. Just as in the previous game, you can save your game basically everywhere, but this time there's also a button combination for loading the game without having to first exit the game. Trying to liberate the nearest shrine will put you against a group of gargoyle warriors defending the shrine, whom can be dispatched with moderate difficulty. Still, this
Who can be? So it must be somebody taking his job too seriously.
is not enough, and the shrine has been disabled by a magical field. Once more, the runes of the virtues must be found, and the mantras of the virtues
The mantras? No, I think I go back and forth. Is it genuine or is he acting? I think now he's acting.
learned. Clues for these can be gotten from the leaders of each of the major settlements, and many of them can be considered a small quest. These quests tend to make the player
I think he's reading from a piece of paper.
get more familiar with the inhabitants of each settlement, while also being thematically linked to the virtue the settlement represents. For example, gaining the Rune of Humility requires you to find the most humble inhabitant of New Baginsia, which leads you to talk to the people to learn more about them to find the person you're looking for. You can also learn the mantras by talking to the people
Yeah, it's off.
in the settlements, but this part you can skip if you already know the mantras
That's why I think he's reading from a piece of paper. I think he's doing
from the
I think he's doing like a reenactment, like a period piece or something.
previous games. This is one of the features of the series I find fantastic. Much of the games is about
what?
knowledge represents. For example, gaining the Rune of Humility requires you to find the most humble inhabitant of New Baginsia, which leads you to talk to the people to learn more about them to find the person you're looking for. You can also learn the mantras by talking to the people in the settlements, but this part you can skip if you already know the mantras from the previous games. This is one of the features of the series I find fantastic. Much of the games is about knowledge. If you already have the information you need, you can skip what in the first playthrough is the vast majority of the game. This, to me, shows how well the worlds of the games have been built. All of the runes, for example, are where they are from the very beginning, and often actually getting those runes is the easy part, as they are usually just lying around somewhere. But the real journey is not the getting of the rune, it's learning more about the world so you know where to look. Finding one of the runes also introduces another feature, and
yes.
one of my
Mouse
favorite
holes.
companions in the entire series. The Rune of Valor has been taken away by a rat into a small hole, and somehow you must recover it. Unfortunately, humans are just too large to fit into a small hole. Thankfully, though, in the castle of Lord British, there is a helpful talking mouse called Sherry, who can be used in solo mode to enter places where your human companions cannot go, as she fits into mouse holes and through the bars of gates, allowing for creative approaches to some problems you may face in your travels.
I thought that was me.
Liberating the shrines is not only an important part in defeating the onslaught of the gargoyle menace, but serves as a very important function in the game. Just as in Ultima 5, character attributes are linked to the virtues, and increasing those attributes is done by meditating at a shrine when a character has accumulated enough experience to level up. This also allows the player to strategize how to improve the available party members. Sure, a spellcaster would definitely benefit from intelligence, but perhaps strength would be more useful to carry more equipment, or dexterity to be able to use non-spell ranged weapons more effectively. Experience gain works identically to the previous game, where only the character that strikes the final blow to an enemy gains experience, requiring some creative fighting to somewhat evenly level up the party. Dying as well is similar to Ultima 5. Upon death of the Avatar, the party is resurrected at the castle of Lord British, with a hefty experience point penalty dependent on the karma of your party. This makes death a significant obstacle, and it's instead recommended to save often rather than risk death. Liberating a shrine also lets you take the stones used to magically seal the shrines. These are moonstones, which are the focus of the moon gates. Each moonstone correlates to a phase of the moon, during which the gate linked to the stone opens. This also explains why the moon gates are not where they used to be, because the stones required for their operation were taken by the gargoyles, so they can use their magic for their own purposes. This does allow the player to create their own fast travel points by burying the stones themselves in locations they'd like to revisit later, without having to travel across the world by more traditional means. Beware though, since moonstones can only be recovered when neither of the moons is visible in the sky. After having liberated the shrines, it is time to follow up on the second line of investigation given to you at the very beginning,
I never knew that.
Learning more about the book your party took from the gargoyles. In Lyceum, you find out that the book cannot be translated without a silver tablet containing the necessary information to read the language within. Unfortunately, the tablet was broken in half by a band of pirates, and a large portion of the tablet is missing. This takes the party on a treasure hunt around the world, looking for pieces of a map that shows the location of the other part of the tablet. Traveling across the world requires the player to once more sail on a ship to reach places outside the Moongator network. To use a ship, the party needs to purchase the deed to one first, as stealing ships is not possible. Sailing is basically the same as moving on foot, and the wind system doesn't seem to affect sailing in any significant way anymore. Horses are also available for purchase, but as in the previous games, I've found little practical use for them and merely find them a curiosity. There are also rafts and skiffs. These work almost identically to their predecessor, but another quite brilliant feature has been added to them. As long as a character has enough weight free in their inventory, they can just pick up a skiff and carry it in their inventory, so they can be used to pass obstacles.
Wait, what? I missed that.
Not only in the overworld, but in the peril-filled dungeons of Britannia. And the player needs to explore these dungeons once more, as some of the map pieces can only be found deep within these locations. The dungeons as well have now changed massively from all of the previous games, as the first-person dungeon crawling is now gone. Instead, they are also played out in the same view as the rest of the game. This does allow the dungeons to be more complex, as the first-person exploration was based on a very strict grid system with relatively little variability, with the exception of encounter rooms that were played in the combat interface, where the rooms could be quite detailed with puzzles and environmental details. After finding the map pieces, you still need to read the map. And this, I think, was cleverly done, as it uses the new engine of the game well to its advantage. You need to place the map pieces on the ground in order, lining up the sprites on the map pieces, all of which combine to a map that shows the location of the missing half of the silver tablet. Now, with the ability to translate the book taken from the gargoyles, you find out what the contents say. And this, to me, was one of the best parts of the entire Ultima series. The book contains the prophecies of the gargoyles that tell of the extinction of their entire species, when all three of the prophecies
This isn't a review or a retrospective, this is a spoiler piece. skiff carriers.
fulfilled,
Yeah.
the gargoyles
I didn't want to
will
hear
be no-
spoilers. This is what this is doing. This is what this is doing. We don't want to get too far in. Okay. All right. Well, I need to go to bed now. So I do have to get up to preach in the morning. So I will see you folks. We will be here, and we will do. Thank you, Root. We will do. Keep going with the Dragon Age, but I do want to move to Ultima at some point soon. So, all right, folks. Have a good one. Yes. All right. All right, see you folks. Yes, but my service doesn't start till 10:45, so there. I bet mine's later than yours.